For the past few years, we've been making electric race cars that compete at Formula Hybrid Plus Electric in New Hampshire. The competition takes place at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So the goal with Formula SAE is to build and compete with a brand new car or a modified car. But more so than just the build and competition, it's really about the design. It's kind of a design competition at its core. So all the choices we make, all of the machined parts we make, it's kind of about the design for assembly, the design for manufacturing.
There's 3 dynamic events. There's an acceleration run. So that's just, you show up at the line, there's a 75-meter course laid out, and then how fast can you get from the first line to the second line, which is 75 meters away. And then the next one is called autocross. It's pretty sweet. It's on one of the banked sections of the NASCAR track. So it's got a lot of interesting elevation features. And that's how fast can you go around once. And then finally, on the last day of competition, we have the endurance race, which is kind of the big event.
This frame was designed completely by us kind of over the summer and in the last portion of last year. And then we have a company out in Canada make the frame for us. We send them very specific drawings, very specific designs. Everything from there is all on us, so every single frame tab, all the control arms, all the uprights, suspension, we machine all those parts, we design all those parts.
The battery on this car, we've got about a 6 kilowatt hour lithium-ion battery pack. In terms of what it can do, the car should be able to put out about 80 to 100 kilowatts, which in horsepower is like 140 horsepower. A lot of horsepower for a 500-pound car. So this thing can really rip. It's pretty fun. We've got 12 people on the main MQP team, split about evenly between electrical and mechanical. And then we've got a number of people from the club who are doing independent study projects. So this year, I think we ran about 7 independent study projects across like 5 people. And so those are people who are promising for a term that they're going to do a full course load of work. And they're getting class credit for it, which is super cool.
Those ISPs are really good because it's a great way for us to transfer knowledge. It's somebody who's here at our meetings, at both our all-team and our sub-team specific meetings. And then next year, most of those people will be on our MQP, and they'll have all of that knowledge that could otherwise get missed from just reading a report. When if you're making a small robot or a small remote-controlled car, it doesn't have the same impacts. When you're getting in a car capable of 80 miles an hour, you really need to make sure what you built is, sound.
It's fun. It's fun looking at this project when we get done with it, and sitting in it and driving it when we get done with it, and being like, wow, we made something that is really, really incredible.
So I was looking specifically at colleges that had a formula team. I was really into WPI with their formula team specifically because of how we are able to assign course credit to the program. A lot of the other teams that we go and compete against are doing it entirely as a club, which we do have our club side of things, but the fact that we're able to get course credit through our ISPs and our MQPs means that there is a lot more time that we can spend working on the car and not missing out on our classes. The company I'm working at has explicitly said they look for people that work on formula teams, and that is because of all the skills that you get that you would not otherwise learn working in a classroom. It's really the theory into practice when we make a car that solidifies all those engineering skills and teaches you what makes a good design and why.